Hey, I'm Chris Harrow of Keller Williams Realty. I'm hearing a lot in the news right now about the real estate market conditions and talk about a potential market crash and just all the emotions that go along with buying and selling in today's real estate market. A friend of mine, Will, who isn't even in the real estate business, saw one of the articles about a recent study that found 50% of home buyers cried at least once during their home buying process, and over 65% of Gen Z buyers cried. And that study also found that the home buying process could feel just as stressful as getting fired. Well, like a lot of other things, real estate is rarely as simple or easy as it looks on TV. Big transactions, buying or selling, it can be stressful, even overwhelming at times, with all kinds of emotions, both negative and positive. But please don't be misled by the national statistics or speculation or generalizations. It reminds me of that Mark Twain quote, "All generalizations are false, including this one." Instead, to better navigate the market and make more informed decisions, talk with a local agent, somebody with feet on the ground and current data in hand. Hire that person to help you so you can reduce the risk of feeling like you're the one getting fired. More than just a shoulder to cry on when things get stressful, this is somebody who can tell you ahead of time what to expect with hyper-local data, specifics, and context. What do I mean by context? The national perspective rarely, if ever, matches the local experience. Markets are local. Conditions vary from town to town and neighborhood by neighborhood. The specifics put in context can make it less emotional and a little easier to navigate the less predictable aspects of buying and selling real estate in your area of choice. Here's just one example. Greenville, South Carolina. A recent market update from a guy I know up there. There's a link to his full video below. Even though we're in the same state, both nationally ranked small towns and vacation destinations, he and I even have similar names. He's Harrow and I'm Harrow. Still, the local markets we each study are different. They're behaving differently. They're changing differently and at different speeds. Let's take a look at Harrow's video to see what I mean by the numbers.
All right, it's May 2022. What is going on with the real estate market? We're hearing all sorts of things. Headwinds, is it going to crash? What's going on? Let's look at data. The best way to do this is to look at data. Data point number one, supply. Supply is still down year over year. 13.5% less homes available. 2860 last year, 2475 this year. So you still have a supply issue as of now.
Okay, yeah. Supply. Their supply is down 13.5%. Ours is just down 8.4% year over year. We're more aligned with statewide supply for April. And in Greenville, they have even fewer options for buyers, more leverage for sellers.
Sold. So this is the proxy for demand. Last year through April, we had sold 5,001 homes in the Greenville MLS. This year through April, we're at 5,059. That's an increase of 1.1%. So that's not a big increase.
Harrow's market is just up 1.1%. Not a big change up there, but a major difference compared to here in Hilton Head. We're down 25%, which can seem like a huge number until you consider that this time last year, we were up 57% year over year. We went from about 1,600 sales in 2020 to over 2,500 the same time in 2021. This year, at just over 1,900 deals closed, that can seem like a big drop. In fact, still a ton of activity in a local area where we have fewer than 600 active listings.
Now, does that mean prices are going to come down? No. Median price was up 18.3% year over year. Average price up 14.6% year over year. Normal rates of appreciation have been about 3 to 4% historically. So we still have a long way to go from 18.3 to get to 4. So no one's expecting pricing to come down. We just expect that it's not going to be going up as rapidly.
Okay, prices. Their prices are up year over year. What surprises me about that is ours are up even more here in the Hilton Head area. I've heard so much about the rising price trends in the upstate. Turns out our prices here in the low country have risen even more dramatically. As Haro said, 3 to 4% is a historical reference point. We are even farther from that here on the coast than they are up in the mountains. In fact, our median price is up 22.1%. That's a jump of about $86,000 more today than this time last year. And our average is up 25% year over year. That's more than $138,000 difference from this time last year. Those are the kind of numbers that can make you cry real tears. Real crying, like Roy Orbison level crying, if you're bringing last year's math to today's market. So instead, we're going to be looking at a whole different property type, whole different price categories than we were just 12 or 14 months ago. Considering inflation, rising mortgage rates, rising renovation costs, buyers right now in our area are reevaluating their criteria and their workable budget. And sellers can't overlook this either, even if you're not buying another place after you sell. How could this kind of rate of appreciation be sustainable? Well, the next 6 to 9 months will tell us how that goes.
And then the last point, average days on market, 42 last year at this time, 28 currently through this point in the year. So still, houses are selling pretty quickly.
Okay, yeah. Same here. Property is selling pretty quickly, but pretty quickly in the upstate is different than pretty quickly here in the low country. We're not accelerating quite as fast as they have up there. I think we even calculate this differently. I mean, they calculate it from listing day to closing day, and we do it from listing date to contract date. So either way, it's less about the number of days, more about the rate of change and what that tells us. Our days on market here are down 13.7% in the Hilton Head area, although not speeding up as fast as Greenville. This is the slow country. Last year, it felt like the process of buying and selling real estate couldn't get any faster. Today, we're moving 16 days faster than that. Current supply and demand shows that the Hilton Head area is going to stay a fast market for the foreseeable future. Don't let that catch you by surprise. We're still accelerating, and your local agent can help you plan accordingly. So don't be caught up in national numbers or generalizations. Connect with an agent you can trust who's watching the real local numbers to see what's really going on. That's what I think. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And check out Haro's full video at the link below. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing. I'm Chris Haro, Keller Williams Realty.